Welcome to this model. In this model, let us have an insight of ultrasonic imaging system. The most widely used applications of ultrasound and diagnostic medicine involve the non-invasive imaging of internal organs or structure of the body. Such imaging can provide valuable information regarding the size, location, displacement, or velocity of a given structure without the necessity of surgery or the use of potentially harmful radiation. Tumors and the other regions of an organ that differ in density from surrounding tissues can be detected. In many instances, ultrasonic techniques have replaced more risky and more traumatic procedures in clinical diagnosis. Imaging systems generally utilize the pulsed ultrasound or pulsed Doppler mode. Instrumentation must include an electrical signal source capable of driving the transmitter, which consists of a piezoelectric crystal, and the same crystal can be used for receiving echoes, or a second crystal may be used. After amplification, the received information is displayed in one of the several display modes. There is some confusion in the literature in the definition of some of these modes. For example, some authors consider M-scan used in echocardiography as a form of the B-scan more than the separate mode. While it is true that these two modes are very similar, differences in the information presented make it necessary to distinguish between the two in order to properly interpret the display. Also, some authors have adopted terminology from military sonar displays which are not appropriate to imaging in medical applications. So, we'll define some of the display systems, that is A-scan display, M-scan display, and B-scan display. First, let us have a look into A-scan display. This is the simplest form of display. Each transmitted pulse triggers the sweep of an oscilloscope. The pulse and the returning echoes are displayed as vertical deflection on the trace. The sweep is calibrated in units of distance and may provide several ranges in the order to accurately determine the distance of the interfaces of interest. Often, the amplifier gain is varied with the sweep to compensate for the lower amplitude of more distant echoes. In most cases, the transducer is kept stationary so that any movement of echoes along the trace will be the result of the moving targets. So, as an example of the A-scan display is that an echoencephalogram. And M-scan display as the as in the case of A-scan mode, each transmitted pulse triggers the oscilloscope sweep. However, the received pulses are used to brighten the trace rather than the control of the vertical deflection. So, the Gaussian brightness level is set below and the visibility threshold so that only the echoes which appear as dots with brightness proportional to the intensity of each echo can be seen. So, for the M-scan, the transducer is held stationary so that the movement of the dots along the sweep represents the movement of the received patterns. This is this you can see in the figure. If the photographic paper is slowly moved past face the oscilloscope so that each returning echoes are displayed, and the trace lies immediately adjacent to the one preceding it. The dot representing each target will trace a line on the paper that we can see in the figure. A stationary target will trace a line, whereas a moving target will trace a pattern of its movement with respect to time. A light pen recorder in which the intensity of light source can be controlled may be used instead of an oscilloscope to produce a chart record of the movement of echoes with respect to time. So, an example of M-scan recording is the echocardiogram, and the next case is B-scan display. And while the M-scan is used to display the movement of targets with respect to time, the B-scan represents a two-dimensional image of stationary organ or body structure. As in the M-scan, the brightness of the oscilloscope or light pen beam is controlled by returning echoes. However, in the B-scan, transducer is moved with respect to the body while the vertical deflection of the oscilloscope or movement of the chart paper is made to be correspond to the movement of the transducer. The movement may be linear, circular, or combination of the two, but where it is anything other than linear, the sweep must be made to compensate for the variation in order to provide a true two-dimensional display of the segment being scanned. So the applications of ultrasonic methods to medicine are many and varied. For example, the techniques are used in cardiology for abdominal imaging, in brain studies, in eye analysis, and in gynecology. The records obtained have various names, which usually include the words echo and sono. For the example, echocardiogram, analogous to electrocardiogram, is a record of ultrasonic measurement in the heart. The echoencephalogram is a record obtained from the brain, and a general term used especially with eye analysis is ultrasonogram. Example of these will be shown, like multiple names have been coined for the instruments used, including many reticles, and typical designations are ultrasonograph, ultrasonoscope, and sonofluoroscope. Okay. And the ultrasonograph can be used in a variety of medical applications, and the wide image plane and ability to scan between the ribs below the cardiac imaging from the precordial, apical, and substernal positions, and the versatility permits visualization of all four members and all four valves of the heart, plus the great arteries or great veins. The high-speed, high-resolution grayscale imaging capabilities allow the physician to make rapid and thorough fluoroscopic examinations free of distortion caused by motion. And the small and unconstrained transducer permits thorough examination despite patient position or movement, is especially useful when imaging anatomy under the ribs, in the pelvis, or in the presence of sutures. The small transducers is easily positioned to obtain without patient discomfort high-resolution images through any plane in the female pelvis. The continuous change in the real-time image at this plane is swept through the pelvis and permits the visualization of very small structures such as the ovaries and tubes, or in the case of gravidutress and fetus, such as early in the fourth week stage. Whatever the application, the basic ultrasonic system consists of generator for the electrical signal, a transducer is necessary, and the amplifiers and electronic processing devices and the display unit. It is a transducer that converts the electrical signal into mechanical vibrations, and thus the acoustic waves which form the basic of this technique. Transducers are produced in a variety of configurations for the various applications, and the acoustic wave from the transducer enters the body through the skin surface and is then propagated in a predetermined beam pattern. And this beam pattern will travel towards the structure to be examined. When the ultrasonic waves strike the acoustic surface or surface boundary of an organ, some energy is reflected, and this reflected energy is picked up on the transducer and is amplified, processed, and finally displayed on the oscilloscope. So in transducer of this type, like echocardiography transducer, the length of the focal zone is determined by the distance from the transducer to the cardiac structures of interest. The choice of frequency depends upon the amount of tissue attenuation encountered. Transducers are available at frequencies 1.6, 2.25, 3.5, 5.0 MHz, and with crystal diameters 6, 13, and 20 mm for each frequency. The size of a transducer generally refers to the size of the active element, and the size is determined by the area to be examined. In the case of general abdominal B scanning, there are few restrictions. However, a large diameter transducer provides ease of mechanical scanning and optimum focus at the required longer focal zones. Smaller transducers are best suited for the investigation in anatomic areas of irregular shapes, reduced skin surface, and investigation necessitating improved resolution and minimal penetration. In echocardiography, the small active element diameters are used to facilitate ease of placement, and when investigating the extremely large or obese patient, or when the placement is not critical, a 20 mm diameter can be used. So on the other hand, the 6 mm diameter is recommended for pediatric echocardiography. And a frequency of 2.25 MHz is the most commonly used general purpose ultrasonography. Transducers of higher frequencies such as 3.5 and 5.0 megahertz are utilized when tissue penetration is easily accomplished and improved resolution at short distances required. In view of the small size and short examination depth in children, a higher frequency is usually used to ensure good resolution. The 5.0 megahertz transducer is recommended for the majority of the echocardiography, reserving the 3.5 megahertz for the investigations of the older and larger children. Thank you.